Element number 2 is called anchored stretching. It's a style of stretching I developed, drawing inspiration from Kung Fu, Taekwondo, sport karate, yoga, physical therapy, and I've put a little twist on it that's different in the way that I've seen it explained in other places. See, I've had many patients in the clinic when I ask them, do you ever stretch your neck for your neck pain? They usually tell me that they learned some stretches like this. Now, those are great if you're not used to using your regular range of motion. And there's a way that we could take it to another level, and I call this anchored stretching. In this way, we place anchors on parts of the body so that we can pull it past its normal range of motion and get gains in flexibility. It's very important to practice your flexibility. And I know in the beginning it can be uncomfortable and you don't want to do it because it feels like something is really blocking you from getting forward in your stretching. So there's a little hack. It's called element number 1, self-massage mastery. So when you stretch and you feel like there's a tight spot that almost feels dangerous to try to stretch through it, that is where there's a muscular adhesion. And all we have to do is use a ball to put our body weight on it, undo the knot, and when we stretch again, we're going to be able to move a lot farther into that range of motion without the pain of that adhesion. Doing it in this way of using the stretch as a diagnosis to then know where to put the ball so that you can stretch again and get deeper into the stretch. I found this to be incredibly effective in helping you move forward in flexibility much faster than without the use of the ball. And one of the main reasons why flexibility is important is because of something I call the threshold of flexibility. There are certain thresholds of flexibility that we want to achieve in order to get a baseline of range of motion and painlessness. For example, in the neck stretch that I did earlier, if your range of motion was only here, well, then your neck is probably really tight and has a high percentage of already being in pain or having pain come along the way. But if your neck can stretch to here with no problem, there's no pain, there's really no strain, and it's not a big deal, well then you have a nice threshold of flexibility that's going to give you a higher percentage of not being injured because you have all of this range of motion, and you have a higher chance of having the proper circulation so that you can heal quickly. So stretch, use the ball, and then stretch again.